Hi there. I have to show you this. I went to Goodwill today, and very rarely do I find these bags of broken jewelry, but every now and then I get lucky. And I got lucky today. And I found this big bag of broken jewelry. I purchased it, and I brought it home, and I've been going through it. And you do get things like these big clunky necklaces. They probably put them in there to get rid of them. This one I don't mind. This one's colorful. I might be able to find a use for this. But then they put like Christmas tree garland in there. I guess for Christmas this might be it. And there's another one off to my side over here, a big long purple one. And this I believe is a necklace. Because it can't be a garland, it's like a loop. And I'm sitting there going, who would wear this thing? I mean, it's big and clunky. Big clunky bracelets that I would never put this on my wrist. I would never get it off again. I mean, it must be for a child or a young teenager or something. I can get it over my 3 fingers. But I was thinking, well, I could probably do some mark making with it. So, and here's another one. I was thinking, good grief, if you ever got that on your wrist, how would you ever get it off? I mean, there's no clamp. It's just... So, I don't know what I'll do with these. I guess you could glue them together and make some sort of a holder or something, pin holder or something out of that if you stacked enough of them up. But that's... And here's another one. So that might make a pretty pen holder once you got them all glued together with epoxy glue. But that's really not my intention. Look at this big clunky. I had to laugh. Look at this. Big clunky necklace. Look at that. Just kind of fun stuff. But among all that, I mean, and I'm still sorting this out. I'm just trying to pull out these old, I mean, they get all tangled in there, but it's kind of fun. It's like going through an old button box, and that's what attracts me to this. But I have some things to show you. Among all that, I do find some things that I really like. Look at this old pen. Look at that. Isn't that fun? Now, that's probably not worth anything as far as value. It's just an old piece of jewelry. It's not, I mean, it's costume jewelry. It's old and it's clunky, but that's what I like about things like this. It's got a certain class to it. And here's another one that I really like. Look at this. Look at that. Isn't that cool? And then I kept out the things that I like. Look at this. Now these I'm going to, I'm not sure what this was meant to be. I'm sure it was put together by, somebody who was broke apart a belt or something, because it looks like it was put together with rubber bands or an elastic cord, see, like that. But I like each individual piece. Each individual piece is kind of cool. It looked like it was maybe an altered belt or something. And speaking of altered, another piece in here that I really like that says to me, somebody who liked art, who understood steampunk. Look at this steampunk ring. It's a ring. Look at that. So that was cool. And there's some other cool pieces in here. There's some little tiny pins. There's some roosters. And there's just some little broken pieces in here that will be fun for art journaling. Here's a pin that I like. This is Australia. This is a stick pin, and it's Australia. I don't know if you can see that too well. Here, it goes like that because there's a kangaroo in there. My camera's not focusing very good. But there's a kangaroo in there, and this is Australia. So I thought that was cool. There's some other cool pieces in here that are real pretty. There's a little stained glass owl. I wouldn't say that it's a beautiful piece, but it is stained glass, and it is well done. But here, look, there's a couple of other things. Look what I found here. What happened to it? Look, a scissors pin. That's why I bought this sack. I didn't know it was in there. It was stuffed way down in all this broken jewelry that I'm still sorting through. But it's a scissors pin. Yay! How cool is that? So that, just for this, it was worth it. And that steampunk pin, these type of things. Then, one more thing I want to show you. Look at this. Look at this. It's a stopwatch, guys. Now, I'm not saying that it's a, it's a costume jewelry, but still, look, can be an altered piece, or I don't know, you could probably still put a battery in it and get it to working. How cool is that? And it's got a locomotive on it. So that was fun. And there's a whole stack of old watches here. And I saw an article where somebody, and I'm going to do that with these, I've saved them out. Someone had taken out the inner parts of the watches, and put it in vintage photographs in here, in the face of the watches. And this piece would really be fun to do that with. Except I really do think that it's probably about 10 to 11. I think this watch is still keeping time, and I do like this. All this needs is a new band. It's got a little stitchings coming off of the band here. But this is a piece that I would wear. So I'm not even sure that I want to take that facing out, but I might anyway, just to put in a vintage photo for the fun of it. And that's why I bought this mess of jewelry. So I'm going to continue going through this, straightening out pieces. This must have came from Hawaii. Somebody must have visited Hawaii, because these are shells. I mean, these aren't those, usually you see those pink shelled necklaces. I don't know how to describe them, but if you look at a lot of broken jewelry pieces, you'll see a lot of those pink shells. But this looks like it might have really come from Hawaii or the South Pacific or something like that. I mean, even recently, probably a souvenir piece somebody brought over. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. And pieces like this, broken pieces. So I've been having fun going through this. This has been my Saturday, well, really it's Friday, little band there. That's kind of fun to wear. I like things that fit my wrist, which is what this is. And it's so funny on this piece. This piece came out of a pile of broken jewelry, and I don't know if you've noticed, I've been wearing it, but it's not expensive. It's junk jewelry, but the shine's wearing off of the band. But I keep wearing it. I like the little beads on this. Well, they're silver, but also here they're kind of like a clear, they're plastic, but they're kind of like a clear bead. And I kind of like wearing this piece. I wear it all the time, but you might see me start wearing this because I like how this even feels on my hand. I'm not one to wear a lot of jewelry, a lot of rings, but I do like that steampunk ring, wherever that went. But I just had to show you my fun for the weekend. I'll be sorting out all this broken jewelry. I will see you on the next page.